Thank you so much for joining me, ladies. And I've just had the opportunity to chat with these two esteemed panelists for a moment, and I think you're in for a great discussion. There's certainly some good energy going on. Okay, I don't think we need to start with an icebreaker. We certainly do not. Should we get started? Let me just say, welcoming you to make your campus years count, build your career from day one. Can I just ask for a quick show of hands? Who here is choosing courses at the moment? Who here is choosing courses in the next year or so? Who is here gathering information about universities? No? We have one person who's choosing universities. Good. This is for you. University isn't just a place to pass exams, it's a place to build your future. Every lecture, every club, every internship is a stepping stone towards the working world and your future. Today, we'll explore how students can make the most of their campus experience, not just academically, but professionally and indeed personally. We'll cover everything from internships and research to networking, mentorship, and how to turn campus life into career momentum. Dr. Kanchi, what are the biggest mistakes that students make by waiting until their final year to think about their career?
They make two kinds of very important mistakes, very crucial mistakes. The first mistake is in my role as a career counselor, before as a DP coordinator, I would have a lot of students coming and telling me, can you please get me internships? Can you please get me research opportunities? Without realizing that they've not done the homework. Homework means doing online courses, building your skills, expanding your content knowledge. Because without that, when you ask any university professor for research or opportunities or even an internship, many of them look at you as dead weight. So they do not get an answer from them. The second thing happens is some of you might be saying, oh, I have family friends who are very well connected, so they're going to get me an internship. What happens is because you have not built up those content and skills base, the quality of the internship is not very high. So that is the first thing. The second mistake they make is when they go to the university, wherever they go in the world, they are expected to show that they're invested in that university and the course that they're doing. Now, when they want to do that, and when they write their application essays, for US it's going to be the supplementary essays, in UCAS you have those 3 questions, they really can't write much because they haven't done that, that profiling from grade 8 or 9 that it starts. And so then they do some courses or in 1 or 2 years, some online courses, but the admissions officers are smart, they're experienced, they see that this has been done at the last moment. There has not been, a staggered build-up of content and skills with a very clear intention and purpose that this is what I'm going to pursue later on life. So they lose out on good internship and research. And as I said, even if they did get internship, it's not going to be a very high quality because they do lack that content knowledge. And secondly, it's very difficult to justify and validate your credentials to the university. So they should be starting from before.
I wish you were there for me several decades ago.
You haven't done badly for yourself. You're interviewing me.
I love it. I love it. No, I haven't done badly at all. Humaira, what is the one thing that every student should be doing in their first year to set the tone for their career journey?
Yeah, should I start with the mistakes the students do?
No. We've just gone through some mistakes. What's the one thing that students should be doing in their first year?
Should be doing. Okay. So I think self-awareness. You need to build the self-awareness. First and foremost, who are you? Where are you? What is available in the university? And how do you avail it? So if you know what is available in your university with the student council and stuff, then you will know when it is to be done. Next is the timing. Since yesterday, I was listening to all these panel discussions, and everybody is talking about the skills that build your future. And majority of them are thinking AI, For me, before AI is human intelligence. Rather than having, like running behind artificial intelligence, why don't we tap on our human intelligence? Right? So, how many students are confident that they can tap into this intelligence? First and foremost, they are like shy, skeptical. They don't even know how to portray themselves. Because, see, if I'm speaking to you, I'm portraying an image. I'm sending the positivity into the universe. But how many students? I transform many students' lives. First thing is, they don't believe in themselves. I wish everybody knew the true potential, what they could achieve. You just have to believe in yourself and put your mind to it. And then see that you achieve it. Without hard work, without passion, without a strategy, you are going nowhere. And what I'm seeing is that they don't socialize. Nowadays, youth is on TikTok, is on Insta Reels, yeah, YouTube Shorts. Where are you guys? Where are you? Right? So be aware that you have to be present in the real world, not in the virtual world. Somebody is playing Clash of Clans, PUBG, Fortnite. What else, guys? You are like the Gen
God
Alpha
of War.
is playing
Act of-
Roblox. Roblox. We are
I
finding.
think you know your market very well, don't you? Inside and out.
Inside out. I know my market inside out, guys. So that is what I'm saying. So where are you? See, even when we enter a mall, we know that, yeah, you are here. Now, for example, you want to go to any store. Go straight, take a right, take a left, your destination is there. But who knows this with clarity in life? Are you having that clear vision? Are you having this? No, your dad must guide you, your mom must guide you, or your elder cousin must guide you. Baba, I have done this, you also do this. Without any reference, nobody is moving forward. Why? Why don't we have that crystal clear clarity for our vision, for our life goals? Why?
Let,
Are we having, cataract in our eyes?
let me-
Guys?
let me follow up. Let me follow up on this.
Yes.
This point you make about socializing
Yes.
and taking it offline. Dr. Kanchi, can you explain for me some alternatives to relaxation online that would be beneficial for the student in their future career?
I think there are two very important things, what she spoke about, getting to know yourself. And what I suggest is, of course, you have a very structured timeline because mental well-being is very important these days. But when we talk about mental well-being, some of us as parents think you go off your digital devices and that's your mental well-being. But what I say is that why don't you make constructive use of that? So these days we talk of networking and all of that, but let's be very clear. Most of the places in the world now, when we are studying, it's mostly online. We collaborate online. So there is something called a personal learning network. And I think students should learn how to make use of the time that they're online. Instead of playing all of these things, of course, play, yes, but give you a structured time for that. But later on, you need to build an online community. It's like a data crowd source of information because there's so many experts all over the world. There's so many people with the same passion, with the same thing. So what we also tell their students is that learn how to create a personal learning network online. That network is a huge benefit, not only because it tells them how to interact with peers, how to learn with peers, how to have a growth mindset, because you're constantly learning. It also makes you a very, very sharp, perceptive reflector. It's like, if I may use the metaphor of a garden. You have a garden, you have wonderful flowers there, but you need to take out the weeds at time. You need to put different flowers there. It's a similar, constantly updating yourself. What has become obsolete? What are the new skills? How do I contribute to here? And that takes you to your personal brand. Because in today's world, you have to stand out, and instead of I don't know, like doing something very cosmetic, I would say by the value that you bring to your communities around you, that will help you move ahead in life, create wonderful connections, and from those connections, it's a very nourishing, it's a very satisfying journey that students have, I feel.
Wonderful insights there. Thank you. Humira, at Pinnacle Education, what do you advise your potential your clients about how important internships are, part-time jobs or research projects in university? Do employers really care, or is it just a blah blah on the CV?
This is the backbone. If they really want to come into the workforce, guys, now for example, all of you are in high school, maybe going to finish your 12th, or you're in the university, right? Now, after this, what is your future? You want to come into the workforce, right? Now, if you come to me, I being an employer, I will see your certificates, yeah, your CV. I will see, okay, this guy has done such and such a course from so and so university. But just he has the knowledge content. And out of the 100% knowledge content that the universities give, how much knowledge content do you have? And how much knowledge content is needed in the workforce? First point, yeah? Then the second point, okay, you have the knowledge, but what? Why will I hire you? What is so special about you? What can you bring to the table of Pinnacle? Why should I hire you? Are you outgoing? Are you confident? Are you smart enough? Are you strategic? Are you like a go-getter? You understand? So what is your experience? Now, you just have graduated from the university, for suppose, right? So 4 years of degree you have done. So what have you done, guys? In the 4 years of university, you will go late to the classes, you will bunk the sessions, go watch movies, go to hang out with your friends, and when it is exam time or assignment time, right in the last minute, you will open, bro, I need your help, bro. We need this assignment to be submitted, bro. It is the end line, deadline, bro. And turn it in submission, bro. You understood? Or, bro, we have like an exhibition. I have to go present my project. But, bro, I haven't completed. I feel like bunking this. I'm not confident enough to show up. Right? This is your situation. Now, when you come to the workforce, all these habits, are they going to turn, all these weaknesses, are they going to turn into your strength by the time you come into the workforce? Hardly impossible, right? So who will give you this opportunity to join the workforce? What do you have special in you? How are you different? How are you unique? Right? So when she spoke about self-branding, are you branding yourself? You will wear a branded t-shirt, branded shoes. Dad, I need this. Mom, I need to go there. Blah, 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 blah. But who are you as a brand? A shy person? An introvert who doesn't socialize, a person who cannot, show what intelligence he has. He's always mum, no classroom participation, no participation anywhere, right? So who are you? Are you doing the self-branding? So if you have to do the self-branding, your parents are already investing in the university fee. How expensive is this fee? How much is the dad, working hard to pay your university fee here? And we are living here in Dubai, guys. And this is one of the expensive cities in the world. Right?
I promised the energy, didn't I? I very much promised the energy with this panel.
Yes. So what
let's move on and talk about the personal branding that you were talking about a moment ago, Dr. Kanchi. Yeah. So at what point should students start thinking about their personal brand, their LinkedIn presence, their portfolio, their online image?
I think they start probably, I would say, very realistically, grade 8 onwards. That personal branding is not, we look as personal branding, it's as simple as registering for a competition in school and not being shy about it. It's going up and having the courage, and I'm not asking you to be aggressive, I'm asking you to be assertive about your skills.
Can you define for us the difference between aggression and assertion?
Aggression is when you have a very negative attitude, when you want to be a go-getter, as you said, but without the values, without the kind of discipline and realistic net understanding that understands, okay, this person was better than me, fine, I need to learn from there, but I need to go and in a very civil manner assert that this is what I can do, and just not take it in a very negative way if you don't get that, because this is one of the lessons I teach even my son, who is 13 years, that you can't win everything. You can't get in. There's always someone better than you. And instead of feeling negative, you need to say, what did that person do? or have that I didn't, so that I can build on those skills. So it starts in very small, simple steps from school, where they come out, they do, and most importantly, what do we mean by brand? We mean the values. Even when you start a company, they have a branding, what colors you want, what are the values that you are going to embody. So it's the same for a student. When you are in school, are you always punctual with the work that you have to do? Are you responsible? Are you accountable? Are you a good leader? Are you kind? Those things, when people see that in your actions day after day after day, you've created a brand for yourself. And that takes you to a higher point, because you start, it's just like anything. Like, I'm an English teacher. I could take Shakespeare to a year 7 student, and people are doing their postdoctoral thesis also in Shakespeare. It's the level. But you start off with that out there. When you do different kinds of events or collaborative events, take a role and build on that role, get to that role. That's personal branding. And I also feel something that is very important in terms of what we talked about, internships. This is not what you asked me, but I thought this is something people know. Apart from what she correctly said, the other very important thing is you realize the difference between theoretical knowledge and real place working knowledge. I'll give you an example. I have a student who wanted to study computer science, and she aced algorithms. So when she came to me for career counseling and I asked her, she said, "Miss, I thought I was very good with algorithms, but I went for an internship and then I realized I know nothing, because unless that algorithm is fast and uses very less power, that has no value. No one will buy that algorithm." So those kind of real life things. I have another example of a student who was working with Alphatame, and they were thinking at that time of doing some kind of a project in Saudi or someplace. And he's into economics, and he was a part of a team which was thinking about where are they going to come up with some settlement, some neighborhood, some real estate. And I said, "Did you learn?" He said, "Nothing that I learned in school applies there. The factors, the variables depend on context." So I learned something completely different from what I learned in school. So I think that is also very important in getting those internships.
It must have felt so satisfying to get those kind of responses for your
Yes,
students.
you realize on your own, like, I'm not a computer, engineer or anything like that. I won't be anymore in this life. But when someone says that, there's always learning happening from these students, because every time they come and tell me about a domain that I do not have expertise on, I learn, oh, this is it, that is it. I can tell you so many stories. You'll tell me, "Noni, shut up." So I'll stop here. Ask your next.
No, I wanted to move on and ask Humera about mentorship. What role does mentorship play during university, and how important is for students to find a mentor like yourself or Dr. Kanchi?
Yeah, I have mentored many students, and we also give internships at Pinnacle. Yeah. So, first mentor I would suggest is your mom. You know, I think everybody needs to clap for me, guys. I'm saying the first mentor is your mom. But today's youth, how much are you connected with your mom? Right? So, I have studied about this. Okay. So, actually, I have a daughter and a son. Sons are mama's boys, majority of them, until the age of 12. After that, as they undergo the bodily changes, adolescence and stuff, they cannot relate with their mothers. They try to relate with their dads. But dads are busy, right? So if there is an elder bro, then these guys will connect with the elder bro, or if not, the eldest cousin in the family, or if anybody is not there and this guy is the only child, then he will try to hang out with his friends, right? So now your mom, she'll be saying, "Why are you coming so late? Try to be early. Why are you not studying? You have assignments, right? But you don't like this. You like all the fun in the world, right? Gaming, pubbing, I don't know what all you guys are doing at this age, right? But then mom is like a villain. Mom is always nagging. She's so toxic. She is this. She's so annoying. Blah, 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 blah. And what about dad? Dad, you don't even see your dad. Not even at least for one meal in a day, right? So when we're talking about socializing, first, socialize with your parents, guys. take them as your mentors, right? So after your adolescence, when you're not able to relate with your mom, then seek your dad's help. First mentor, mom. Second mentor, dad. Third mentor, your professor at the university. All the professors are your mentors. But guys, are you going and seeking help from them? Are you seeking? Class is over. Halas, let's go party. Let's go here.
Omera, how about professional mentors? How about mentors from the profession?
Yeah, see, we are like from the industry, right? So we are available. But are you using this opportunity to connect with us? You guys are on social media. We are on social media. You understood? Did you ever connect with us? Are you looking for a mentor who can really shape your career?
Are you suggesting that the students connect with you through your social
Absolutely.
media?
I
Wonderful.
do it for free. See, guys, before I
Wonderful.
die, there are so many things I need to achieve. And if you remember, the seats were empty. I pulled you here saying that I'm the founder of Twinkle. I'm going to come on to the panel discussion. So I'm not here to talk to the empty seats. I'm here to empower people. But where is the crowd? They don't have time. They're here only for 10, 15 minutes. Let's go to the stalls. Let's see what are the things available. Let's push off.
I think it's a
Right?
wonderful thing that you're all here to see the stalls and to listen to the panels.
Yes, absolutely. Is it not useful? Is it not useful? Is it not productive, useful usage of this time? Yeah?
Wonderful.
Yes,
Yes.
right, Noni?
So,
Yeah,
Dr. Kanchi, what does a strong student profile look like to a recruiter? What is it that they're after?
To a recruiter. So, for a recruiter, I think what is very important is I strongly believe content, skills, because it's always updating, it's always new things happening. It's aptitude, your attitude towards your work. How professional you are in your attitude, whether it's showing up on time, whether it's being accountable, whether it's being a quick learner, someone who's open-minded, someone who is proactive, those skills help. Today, if I get someone, let's say, and just today, if I'm hiring someone who has all the content and the skills that I require, but student does not have those skills, do not have that mental attitude, that professional, I would say, ethics that are required, right? Then after some time, even if that person knows will not be a valuable addition to my company. However, of course, you would need to have some knowledge and content, but I feel it's the attitude, it's your professional ethic, it's what kind of a learner you are. And I was telling some students who came to my, to my booth today, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know. I'm confused. I'm going here and there, this booth. I'm taking all the information. I don't know. And the only thing I swear to you, I told him is that, look, that might come later, but there is learning happening every time. If anything, you should have learned about what it means to, what a sales pitch is. You've got the sales pitch from every booth out here. Have you thought about what really moved you, what made you stand there and listen to the person? It means that person had a very good sales pitch, and today or tomorrow in a recruitment, you will have your elevator pitch. Maybe you'll remember that then, that person in that booth had spoken to me so well. I'm going to use the same strategy for my elevator pitch. So learning's happening anytime, and I feel as long as you are committed to learning without that barrier of age, profession, this, that, whatever it is, you're going to be a success in life.
Wonderful, thank you.
Yes.
Can we move on,
Yes.
Humera,
Yeah.
to job fairs? Many students don't use career centres or job fairs until the very end. How can they take better advantage of the resources at places like this, job fairs, or at career centres, and use what they already have access to?
Yeah. So first, I want to add to what Kanchi has spoken, and then I will come to the career fairs, right? So guys, what do employers want to see in you? First and foremost, once we call you for the interview, you will enter the room. How are you walking? How are you dressed up? Are you confident enough to greet the employer? How are you coming and sitting? So how is your profile CV made? Is it to the market standards, right? And now if it is a guy, you can shake hand as well. What are you portraying about yourself? That you are a go-getter. How are your communication skills? Like Kanchi said about the sales pitch. First thing that you need to sell is your ability, your skills. What can you bring? Why should we hire you? Right? The sales pitch. So, what is that USP that you're having, right? So when you have this and we know, okay, this guy didn't waste 4 years in the university, he built his self-brand. So self-branding you have done. The way you look, the way you portray yourself. So from outside to inside who you are. So how will you build this confidence from inside? This is not something you can take and you can wear and you can come, right? Confidence is like an unseen jacket. So when will you be confident? When you truly have built your career. How will you build your career? So in the 4 years of your university life, how many friends did you make? For example, if 3 of us are in the same class, so what is this bro doing? What is he doing? Maybe he wants to be a mechanical engineer. Maybe he wants to join the IT, right? Maybe I want to be a designer or somebody like a fashion designer. But I know him. He is Amit. I know him. He is Subhash. So wherever we go, maybe I went to Australia. Maybe he went to UK. Maybe he went to America, right? Bro, I'm coming. Man, we're going to rock this, okay? So this networking, who is doing? Only for pubbing, for partying, for, having those hangouts. You guys are meeting, right? But then, are you building your future at the university? This is the best place to network. Network with whom? Network with the university, the management of the university, right? The professors at the university, the, support staff at the university, be it in administration or in marketing, be the limelight, be the ambassadors of the university. Grab this opportunity, man. What are you waiting for? See, we have put a booth there, right? We know that everybody is like into social media. When I'm saying, guys, why don't you make a reel? No, ma'am, not me, not me. You, bro, you are an extrovert. You go make the reel, right? So here, you don't even speak. Then how will the employer know or how will the world know what is the intelligence? Do we have a scanner? Damn, this guy is very intelligent. Damn, this girl is very intelligent, right? We don't have any scanners here. What are we receiving? How are we receiving these vibes? If you don't speak, if you don't portray who you are, you have no place. It is better you be on the virtual world. Game, 12 hours, 8 hours a day. Khalas. This is how the youth is ruining their life. They don't know how to make the best use of the time. Right? So here start networking. And the best mentors are at your universities. Right? And when talking about the career fairs, what are you coming here for? Just parents are dragging you and saying, let's go check. And why should I go to such an event? Mom, you go. Dad, you go. You bring the brochures. You tell me. If there is something useful, then I will apply. Let me just be home in my comfort zone. You guys do the hard work, right? When it is the last entrance, I am like the VIP, like the chief guest. I will enter. The hard work you do. You do the hard work. Now, is it their life? No, it is your life. But who's putting the hard work? Your parents. Until when will they put the hard work? Right? So here, that fire in the belly is in your parents. Dad is having the fire in the belly. Mom is having fire in the belly. What about the fire in you? Are you like that Diwali rocket or are you like the NASA rocket, guys?
I think we have some very, very committed and passionate and involved young
absolutely.
people
If you
here
talk to me, I'll talk
who have
ages.
chosen to come here on their own,
You
who are
can't
here.
stop my energy. Noni, you can't stop my energy. Yeah? So this is how it is. Yeah.
Let's just acknowledge that the young people who are here today are here because they are very involved in their own futures. So let's speak to that.
Yes, absolutely.
And that their parents are equally committed to their futures.
We are open to the question and answers, right? Throw as many questions
Just
you
a
want.
minute, Humaira. I'm going to continue on with Dr. Kanchi now.
Yes.
How are campus career services responding to the changing workplace, gig work, remote jobs, international placements? Are they keeping up?
You mean particular universities and
Yes,
campuses
on
and
campus,
all of that?
yeah.
See, yes. So I feel that what happens is the most crucial thing for us to speak about it is students, their parents, their families being aware of these facilities being available. So there might be a lot of universities doing a lot of things, campus interviews. They might be having a lot of skills, upskilling programs, remote tutoring. But first, I think two things. Number one is that everyone does it to some extent. So I would say to what extent people are doing it. Some are doing a lot. Some might not be able to do a lot because you're looking at the clientele, you're looking at the aspirations of the people who are there. So they try to align what they offer to the kind of students they are getting and what they aspire to. That's one. Second thing is how aware are the students? But I think what's the most important thing is the students must realize what is the value of doing that. And I remember going back to a long time, there is Professor Barbara Tannenbaum from Brown University. She's a professor of communication. 3 years is waitlist if you want to do a program under her. She was the one who would do all the communications for President Obama, right? And the first thing she taught us was that for anything to work, the person should see the value. What's in it for me? So when you have those programs, unless the campus, the university, the college is not able to convey how it is going to be of value to them, what is in it for them, they're not going to invest in that because there's too much of distraction, too many things that they want to do. So I think they do a lot. Some do a lot, some do less. But I think that is where we generally promote all the programs, and it's a very, I won't say lip service. I do not want to discount the work that anyone does, any campus does, but I think putting a little bit more effort, or even having, the student services section that they have in the office, in the universities, to tell them, to mentor them, or have maybe a one-shot session. This is how this program is going to affect you, help you later see the long-term benefits of that. And when they see that, I'm sure everyone's going to jump into it.
Thank you. Humera, what's something that you wish you had done during university that would have helped your career?
What I would have done in my university
Yes,
years.
something that you could have done.
Actually, I was like a go-getter, but only thing I missed on was like tapping in the potential of my university. How could I make that relationship with my university so that everybody knows that Humera is an alumni of this university? So majority of them, they don't know until I became successful. So where I was at the university, I could have shown my abilities and my personality there. I didn't do that, right? And then I didn't.
I don't believe it. You didn't show your personality.
But to whoever it was evident, they could see. But from my side, I did not make that push, that effort. That's what I'm trying to say. So there were a lot of opportunities, but I was kind of, I think I was kind of lazy, lethargic. Who's going to do this? Khalas, I'm not interested into this. Because I did not know the importance. If you have a mentor, if they tell you this is very important for you, go ahead and do the internship or go ahead and do the volunteering. So there are so many events in Dubai that we can do the volunteering. Actually, we had a recent case from the University of Abu Dhabi, okay? And then apart from internship, volunteering is one of the,
So
requirements.
your university studies. So if we just bring it back to the personal level,
Yes.
what do you wish you capitalized on more?
That is what internships I never did. Volunteering I never did. Socializing and building that relationships I never did. Right? Only thing I did was enjoy my university life. I bunked the sessions. I had hangouts with my friends, like everybody. But then I think that maturity of living and celebrating life came later in my life, not in my university days.
I
To be
think it's
honest.
wonderful that you can hand on your expertise now. Dr.
Yes.
Kanchi, how about you? Is there something that you wish you'd capitalized on more?
Yes, I'm quite ashamed of what I did when I was there. I was good in everything. And I was very arrogant. And I thought I'm good in everything. And I used to ace everything. So, as a result, I never thought I needed anyone. Okay, it was only later that I realized that one needs to be humble, one needs to learn from everyone, and there's always a learning opportunity. So now I wish I had fantastic access to people from all over the world, and I could have, it's not just having a mentor, it's just chatting with everyone and knowing what they do and, learning about their background, what they did, their life journeys and this and that. I was supremely disinterested in all of that at that time because it was my life. I'm so good. And every time there was something academic or something co-curricular, I'm always acing it. So I had that arrogance, that stupidity not to realize that you're so small in this world. There's so many other people with with so much more experience and knowledge.
And just different.
I guess it's just different. And I'm telling you, like, here, I came from my booth, but when I'm talking to people from the other, whether it's universities or courses, there's so many things I didn't know, and it's clicking. Oh, this is good. This is good. I think I would say if I could go back to my time, I would just be open-minded and humble.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay, final question for both of you. If you could give one sentence of advice to every first year student, what would it be?
Should I go first?
Yes, please, Humera.
Yes, guys. One sentence.
I'm
is-
humble now. I give it to you. Otherwise, I would have been arrogant enough to say, I'll say first.
Okay, you go first.
No. I decide. Humera, please.
Okay, guys, see, one thing I would say is first and foremost, be internally motivated. Be internally motivated because right now, where is the motivation? Dad says something, then only you're motivated. Mom says something, you're motivated, or your professors are saying something, you're motivated, right? These are all external motivation. This is like an extrinsic motivation. But intrinsic motivation is something you have within you. The moment you have the, the fire in your belly, you will become unstoppable. Like I spoke about the Diwali rocket. How many of you have seen the Diwali rocket? Please raise your hands, everybody, if you have seen the Diwali rocket, the NASA rocket. Right? So who are we? Are we the Diwali rocket or are we the NASA rocket? It depends on the fuel in us. See, I am like the NASA rocket. Even if there is something, I will blow up the ceiling and I will go wherever I want to. I just have to put my mind to it and nothing is impossible for me. I am like a go-getter. Who are you? If there is a block, even though there is no block, but today's youth is thinking, this is impossible. I can't do this. There is something obstructing. No, mom, I can't do this. My sister to do this. I can't do this. So, in a day, we have 60,000 times to 80,000 times self-talk, out of which 80% is a negative self-talk. 20% is the positive self-talk. Now, who is that person who is going to be an achiever? Out of the 100%, only 1% people are successful in this world.
Humera, if this is one sentence, I'm finding it very difficult to put the punctuation in.
So I'm just telling them,
This is
Be
a run-out
internally
sentence.
motivated.
1%.
Be internally motivated.
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent advice.
Yes.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
My turn. I'm sorry if she's spoken so much. I'll take 2 lines. I think, and I need to give you a little bit of background to it. A lot of you, parents, students, have ambitions. You have this idea that to be a success, it means to go to this university, study this or that. That is not success. So my 2 lines says it's from Shakespeare. No, sorry, from Brent Johnson, sorry. 16th century, but I need to say this, but one of my favorite things. Honor and shame from no condition rise. Know thyself, there all the honor lies. You need to know yourself. Honor, shame cannot be coming from outside. You do not need that external validation. You need to know what you are, what you want to do in life, what's your purpose. That is where your honor comes from.
Wow. I really hope that everyone was able to take some words of wisdom from here. I mean, we went around into many different topics, but we've come back down to the same thing. Be internally motivated and to know yourself. Have the fire in your belly, be driven from within. Thank you so much for your
Thank you,
expertise,
Nani.
both of you. Dr. Kanchi Das.
Thank you.
Dr. Kanchi Das, founder and director of Mentor Mind, DPCP coordinator at Dubai International Academy. And Humera Khan, CEO and managing director of Pinnacle Innovation and Education. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nona. It was really, really nice to be here with you.